Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the fascinating evolution of programming from punch card to powerful AI algorithms. We will explore how programming has shaped the modern world. And let's get started. Our story begins in 19th century with Charles Babbage, known as the father of computer. He designed the analytical engine, a mechanical computer, but it was Ada Lovelace who wrote algorithm for it, known as Node G. Node G is the computer algorithm written by Ada Lovelace that was designed to calculate Bernoulli numbers using the hypothetical analytical engine or the mechanical computer, which was invented by Charles Babbage. She envisaged how number could represent more than just calculation, an idea that laid the foundation for modern computing. Fast forward to 1940s, the age of vacuum tubes and early computers like ENIAC or NIAC. Programming back then, it was just meant setting up switches and plugging cables. But soon, programming languages were about to change everything. Enters assembly, language invented by Kathleen Booth. It was the first step towards abstraction. Rather than writing binary, we had readable set of instructions. But assembly was not that easy to learn, and hence coding was only accessible to the mathematicians and engineers. Then came Fortran in 1957, originally developed by IBM. It was the first high-level programming language designed for scientific calculation. It made coding accessible to almost everyone. In the 1960s, language diversified. COBOL was created for business application. Lisp became the go-to for AI research and ALGOL for scientific computation, and influenced the development of many future languages, which led the creation of C. Programming was no longer just for scientists. It was now a tool for solving wide variety of problems. 70s saw the rise of programming language and major programming paradigms, operating system, and database models. Most of major language and paradigms we use nowadays were invented in this period. This decade saw the rise of structured programming and creation of C by Dennis Ritchie. C's power and portability made it cornerstone for the future multitasking operating systems like Unix. Around the same time, personal computing began to take off, and beginner-friendly languages like BASIC was pivotal in introducing programming to hobbies. Even Bill Gates started with the BASIC. This democratized programming, turning it into a hobby and a profession. 80s were a transformative period for programming. This decade saw the rise of personal computers like Apple II, and IBM PC, bringing programming to homes, schools, and offices. Programmers began to developing software for businesses, education, entertainment like Microsoft Word, etc. Gaming was a major driver with titles like Pac-Man and Tetris, showing the creative potential of the code. Object-oriented programming gained traction during this time thanks to the introduction of C++. These languages emphasize modularity and reusability, making it easier to handle complex systems. Meanwhile, the rise of integrated development environments or IDEs like Turbo Pascal and QuickBasic by Microsoft made coding more efficient. It is also marked the beginning of open source culture. Projects like GNU, which was the collection of free softwares can be used for operating system, laid the groundwork for the collaborative coding practices we see nowadays. It was a decade of experimentation, growth, and democratization of technology. 90s brought the internet boom with the dot-com bubble when people on large scale started using World Wide Web, internet, and the creation of Java in 1991 brings a revolution to the market. Write once, run everywhere. That was Java's promises, and it does. Meanwhile, scripting languages like Python and JavaScript emerged, shaping the web and beyond. Programming started powering websites, online games, and even e-commerce platforms. However, the GNU hard kernel, which was to complete the system, was delayed. This gap was filled by Linux kernel, developed by legendary programmer Linus Torvalds, which when combined with GNU tools and became the GNU Linux operating system, which will further let the foundation of many server-based operating systems. In the same decade, Google, the most used search engine, was founded. Now entering in 2000s and 2010, we saw programming explosion when numbers of websites boomed and some big giants came into being. For example, Facebook in 2004, YouTube in 2005, and Instagram in 2010. In 2007, Steve Jobs released iPhone 1. Now people had a device in their pocket, and now they could access internet using a small device. Mobile apps bought Swift for Apple iPhones and Kotlin for Android. Data science boosted Python's popularity, and JavaScript framework revolutionized the web, making it possible to create rich, interactive web applications. Cloud computing and APIs further expanded the horizon of the developers. Today, programming continues to evolve from AI and machine learning to quantum computing. The possibilities are endless. Programming languages like Go, Rust, and Julia are addressing modern challenges like concurrency and performance. Plus, low code and no code platforms are emerging and empowering more people to build software without extensive knowledge of coding. And that's the journey of programming, from the Ada Lawless vision to the cutting edge technology of today. What's next? Only time will tell. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.